Hello friends, in this video we'll be talking about Microsoft Endpoint Manager. In shorter form it is called as MEM, MEM. So what is MEM? So MEM is a tool, it's a combination of multiple deployment tools which are Intune, which is a cloud mobile device management tool, SCCM, which is an on-premises device management tool, Windows Autopilot, that is used for auto provisioning of Windows operating system, conditional access, and desktop analytics. So conditional access is something like this particular condition should met to access the corporate data. So those kind of access restrictions can be performed on the conditional access, and desktop analytics is to analyze the current workstation, which are Windows 7, Windows 8.1 or legacy version, to make sure that those devices and our hardware or an application are compatible with the current Windows 10 operating system. So it gives you the complete analysis data. So MIM is a combination of a cloud to on-premises tool, and you can have an hybrid management in a centralized manner. Okay, so to access MEM, so you can go to an online web URL. You can access this web URL once you subscribe to it anywhere around the world. So for any admin activity, it is not required for you to log on only to workstation. Even from mobile devices also you can control any changes. So being Microsoft wanted SCCM and Intune to work as an integral part. So they wanted to merge this into a single solution, which is a Microsoft Endpoint Manager as a package. So in this video, we will be talking about first about Intune, how to set up Intune, how to log on to Intune before it was a standalone, how to access a MEM tool, and we will create a user and enroll a device as part of this video. So Intune for beginners, it's a cloud-based solution from Microsoft that provides a service of MDM, mobile device management, and MEM, mobile application management. So what is MDM is complete device management is performed, like deploying an application or deploying conditional access or deploying exchange access or deploying any compliance policy. So those, there is no restriction. The full service of Intune can be performed. But MEAM is, and one more thing about MDM is it is for enrolled device. So there are some users who don't want to get enrolled as part of Intune. They may have brought some personal devices to access the corporate data. So as an administrator, so you should decide, you should control the corporate access that is being performed by non Intune users. So for them, we have a concept called mobile application management. So whatever the application that you're accessing as part of a corporate communications, so those are controlled. For example, if you open an Outlook, so if you apply the MIM policy, the control, there is a control of a copy paste from a managed Outlook can be a managed application for any organization. An unmanaged application like WhatsApp, Twitter, or any other application, if you wanted to copy, those kind of restrictions can be applied. So it's a minimal level restriction, but it makes sure that always your corporate data is in a safer hand. So to open an Intune, there are multiple ways to open an Intune. If you go to portal.azure.com and if you search for Intune, Intune opens as a standalone service. You can control all the Intune mobile devices from there. And through Microsoft 365 service also you can open. Now they have given MEM. MEM to access MEM, there is a URL which is endpoint.microsoft.com. So it's a combination of all two. As I said before, we will see those things. So Intune basically it's a deployment tool and a device management tool. So starting from compliance. Compliance is nothing but a defined rule for all the device. It should be standardized across. For example, the email settings which you deployed from your Intune, that should be applied on all the users. If it is not applied, it means those devices are non-compliant, and the use admin has to enforce it to apply it immediately. Else there will be a problem of accessing the corporate data. Those kind of restriction rule can be applied from the Intune level. So the data is protected is, as I said before about MAM. So you can apply application protection policy where you have a restriction of applying restriction on copy paste. You cannot copy data from managed to unmanaged and managed to manage. So those kind of settings are available from Intune. And the main important thing is no separate infra needed except some cost is involved for getting the license. Apart, this is a problem-free, infra-free service, so you can access anywhere, and it is completely controlled from the cloud level. So now we will be talking about how to set up a Intune and how to log on to Intune as well as MEM. So maybe some users or administrators would have been accessing the old Intune still. So now slowly we have to move towards Microsoft Endpoint Manager to access all the combined tools. And MDM authority, of course, it's very important to decide at the initial stage whether you want to make this Intune as a standalone service or you want to integrate with Configuration Manager. And we will talk about enrolling a device. So those demo I will show up as soon as possible. All right. For our free trial version of Microsoft Intune, there is a 30 days trial given by Microsoft. After 30 days, it will be a licensed version. If you want to continue on that, you can create another account and start testing it from starting stage, or you can roll out to the production as per your wish. So when you search for Intune free trial version, you will land up in this web URL. So first step is to sign up into Microsoft Intune. Second is to decide on the MDM authority whether you want to go for a standalone or a integral integration with configuration manager. And and we talk about custom domain name. So right now, when you try to apply Intune trial version, you have an option of creating a separate account, which will be .onmicrosoft.com. But in most of the organization, they will not accept to use any other domain names. So for that, you can create a custom domain, and you have to apply that in your public DNS. So that is an optional uh, step that you can perform it. But for a free trial, you just need to sign up first. Just right click on this particular link. So once you choose that particular link for sign up, so you need to enter some basic information about your country, first name, last name, your business address. So let's do that. You can give a first name, last name as a dummy name. That is not a problem at all. So you can give a business address, business phone number, company name, and organization size, and click next. So after creating this account, if you go to devices, normally devices whichever you enroll, it will be showing up over here under all devices, all devices irrespective of platform, it will be showing up over here. And from specific platform, you can go to any of this OS and verify what is happening in that enrolled devices. So after creating the user account, the next step is to enroll a device. But before enrolling a device, okay, I'm going to enroll a Apple iOS device. Before enrolling the device, we have to make sure that the Apple devices, Apple platform to Intune, you need to do some setups like specific to Apple enrollment. If you see, we need to use a push certificate from Apple to make sure that this account and the Apple iOS device are authenticated. So for that, you need to go to enroll device. Just choose Apple enrollment. Same thing has to be performed for the Android enrollment. So you need to have a Gmail account. If you click on this option, it will ask you to enter the Gmail account to authenticate with the Intune account. So in today's video, we'll be configuring a iOS device. So choose this Apple MDM push certificate. So it will walk you through on the step-by-step process. Just agree the term and condition. Download a CSI. It's a certificate that you download locally. Okay, so once it is downloaded, you have to create a MDM push certificate. So once you choose that option, it will divert you to the Apple logon. Normally, for logging onto Apple website, you need to have a organization ID, or you can have a personal ID if you are doing it for your personal testing purpose. So once after entering the Apple ID, it will authenticate and it will log on to the Apple portal. So where you have to create an certificate for Apple devices. Just choose create a certificate, agree the license term, and choose the CSR which you have downloaded as part of that step. So if you go here, you will see this option, Intune CSR. Just choose and upload it. So once it is uploaded, you have to download this particular certificate locally and you have to tag it to the Intune portal. So just go back. Alright, so you have to enter the Apple ID. So my Apple ID is this one. So this just tag this particular PEM certificate and upload it. So once you upload it, now what happens is any Apple platform devices gets authenticated with Intune Cloud. So there will be no problem at all. And this certificate gets expired every 1 year. So just try to keep a track and you will get a pop-up notification at the top so that you will be aware from admin point of view, you keep renewing the certificate automatically. Alright, so once you perform this step, all the options, if you can see before it was grayed out, all the options are enabled. So this is the first step you have to perform to enroll the Apple device. Likewise, for Android enrollment, if you go to Android enrollment, if you choose Manage Google Play, okay, you have to provide your Gmail account, your company ID or any ID. Just launch Google to connect now and provide your authenticated ID. So it will get authenticated for Android platform enrollment. I think for Windows enrollment, there is no restrictions. So you can enroll any Windows devices. Yeah, there is no restrictions at all. So now go back to the devices. So now you can start enrolling your iOS device. So I've taken a remote of Apple device, that is device. So this is the verification I got it from as part of application tagging. The first thing is as a end user, so they have to go to App Store. Right, so they have to go to App Store. I will maximize this option. So type in Intune company portal. Sorry, your company portal. All right, so the first option is Intune company portal. Just choose download. It's downloading now, so it takes some few minutes time. It's a very small application. So once it is downloaded, so this wait macro tech maintain 47 dot on Microsoft.com. Will start establishing a connection. Provided the user account is not authorized, you will have this triggered normally. This user account is not authorized to use Microsoft Intune because you need to apply a license before configuring or enrolling the user device. So let's go and check it out. All right. So go to users. Let's see whether the license options are available over here. Right, just choose this option. Yes. So once you choose that particular options, there is a license, and you can assign a license. Basically, 25 license can be applied. So you just save this first. So license is very important. So license assignments is failed for the user. All right. So what we can do is that we can apply the license in a different page. Just log on to portal.office.com. Let's go to admin center. Okay, so it diverts you to Microsoft 365 account. So just expand this user option. Just go to active users. This is just for applying the license. So these are some prerequisites that you have to perform before configuring the enrollment. So as it says, it's unlicensed. Just choose this option. All right. So just choose license app. All right. So as I said, there are some 25 licenses available as part of this testing. I think it will revoke that one account. Just choose save changes and make sure that unlicensed option is changed to license, which is yes. So it's part of Intune. So if you go to the users, just to refresh this to verify whether the license got applied or not, go to licenses. Yeah, so it got activated. Sometimes when you apply license directly from the Intune or mem portal, there will be an error. So there is other options. You can go to portal.office.com. From there you can apply the license. So I think this should fit. All right, okay. So it got created now. So this will be the first screen after you log on to the enrollment screen. So you have an option of reviewing the privacy policy and everything. So you can learn more also. Just choose begin option. After begin, it will talk about the basic condition that an admin can perform on the user device. This is very, very important for the user to understand what exactly an admin can perform without exploiting the user data. Just click on continue. Again, continue. So now a management profile that is unique and unique to your device will get downloaded. So you need to go to settings and apply that option. All right, so it is asking us to verify the password. All right, it has taken that complicated password. That is too much security, which is okay. That's advantageous for user, because normally users will use a sequence password or something else. So the next option is it is asking you this website is trying to download a configuration profile. Let's allow this because we need to download a management profile which is unique for all the devices. Just close. When prompted, allow to download profile, which is done. After it downloads, click done to continue. Download with the management profile. Okay. So as from user point of view, we need to download this and authorize this particular management profile. So if you go to settings under profile downloaded, so you have to open. There will be only one management profile. Just click on install. And here authentication. This is part of iOS. This is authenticated. And click on install. So now it is enrolling the certificate. So you remember the certificate which we have imported before as part of iOS. So now it is getting authenticated in all the three directions. Alright, just click on install once again. Trust this remote management. So what happens if end user doesn't want to do it? So normally what happens is from the admin point of view, it shows us non-compliant or a device is not enrolled for admin. So it's admin job or user has to do it for his mobile device management. So it's installed right now. Let's go back to company portal once again. Let's say continue now. Now this this is done already. So all three steps are done. Okay. Just click on done option. So everything is done. Just press OK. Just allow for a notification from company portal if you are deploying any application. That's it. From the mobile device, from the end user level, we have they have on the end user level. This is done. So now, from the admin point of view, we need to verify this particular device is reflecting in the console or not, and we need to make sure that it's compliant. All right, just go to devices. Go to all devices. So still it's not reflecting. Let's wait for some time to get this. It took some 2 to 3 minutes to get it reflected. So now if you go to all devices and if you see the device got enrolled, it is compliant right now. And if you click on this particular device from the admin point of view, you have many controls that you can perform like retire, wipe, delete, remote lock, sync, remove passcode, and there are multiple options for multiple enrollment. Uh, I think this is the basic enrollment for iOS, Windows, or Android. So same concept for all the three platforms, right? So hopefully, in this video, we have covered everything from sign up, enrollment, and creating user, applying license. Hopefully, in the next video, we will talk about what are all the options available for devices, what kind of control an admin can perform from the Intune. Okay, let's uh, meet up in the next video, and thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye bye.